When I was 17 and pregnant, my parents threw me out into a freezing storm to protect their reputation. 18 years later, they burst into my office and demanded to meet the grandson they thought I had raised for them. They came for a body. They left with their lives blown apart. I'm 35 now, and I run a pediatric medical network in Chicago. So when my assistant said my parents were downstairs screaming for me, I knew it was not about love. The second they got into my office, my mother slapped her purse on my desk and said, "Where is the boy? Derek needs him." Derek is my older brother, the golden child. They had done the math. The baby I was carrying when they threw me out would be 18 now, old enough to be tested and used as a match. I told them to follow me. On the drive, my mother called throwing me out tough love. My father said it obviously worked because I had become successful enough to help the family. After that, I stopped feeling shocked. I just felt cold. I took them to the pediatric oncology wing my foundation had funded. Then I stopped in front of the bronze plaque with my son's name on it. I pointed at it and said, "He died that night. I lost him on the sidewalk after you locked me out. I didn't raise a son. I built this in his memory. I waited for guilt. I got nothing." My father just said, "So you don't have a donor for Derek?" Then my mother looked around, saw money, and switched targets. If the boy was gone, then I could still pay for Derek's treatment. $2 million. Immediate access. No waiting list. I said no, calmly. Derek would wait like everyone else. My parents threatened the media and my company, so I had security walk them out. By the next morning, they were on TV crying about their cruel daughter refusing to save her dying brother. It went viral. Then Derek came to my house. He stood on my porch looking pale and tragic until he saw my 10-year-old daughter in the hallway. Then he pointed at her and yelled, "Your mother is letting me die." My husband stepped between him and the door so fast, Derek stumbled back. The victim act vanished. He threw a lawsuit draft onto my welcome mat and said he would drag my company through hell if I didn't approve his treatment. I picked up the folder and told him I would review his file in the morning. When I pulled his records, the whole thing cracked open. Derek was not being blocked by cruelty. He was being blocked because years of drug abuse had wrecked his liver and kidneys. He was medically disqualified. The clean lab reports were fake. The doctor had been bribed. My parents were drowning in debt, and my father had been stealing from his own firm to keep Derek afloat. They did not want a miracle. They wanted my money before their scam collapsed. So I invited all three of them to my foundation's charity gala. I sent a note saying I would make a public announcement about Derek's treatment from the stage. They showed up glowing. My mother looked dressed for victory. My brother looked smug. My father looked relieved. Then I took the stage. I thanked the donors. I thanked the press. Then I said my family had asked for a public answer, and I was happy to give one. I clicked the remote. First screen, Derek's real labs. Second screen, the forged reports. Third screen, payments to the doctor. Fourth screen, my father's shell companies. Fifth screen, the missing money. The room went dead silent. Then I said, my parents threw me out pregnant at 17. My son died that night. 18 years later, they came back for a body they thought they could use. When that failed, they tried to extort this foundation for $2 million to cover fraud, addiction, and embezzlement. Derek is permanently disqualified from our trial, and all evidence has already been handed to federal authorities. My mother shot to her feet. Her chair scraped across the floor. My father went white. My brother looked like he might throw up. Then security moved in. One guard took my mother's arm. Another grabbed my father's shoulder. A third blocked Derek. My mother screamed, "We're your family." I looked at her and said, "No, you were my storm." They were marched out in front of every reporter, donor, and investor who had spent a week calling me a monster. By the next morning, my father was under arrest. Their house was gone soon after. My brother lost the trial, the money, and the protection. That night I looked at the blueprint of the wing named after my son. They thought they had erased him. They thought they had erased me too. Instead, I turned the worst night of my life into the strongest thing I ever built. Tell me honestly, was I too cold, or did they earn every second of that ending?